Alright, so today's topic, let's turn this down, listening to like one of the coolest songs ever. Today's topic is fears. What scares you? Alright, well, some of my fears are kind of like a little bit childish. Like, I'm afraid of the dark. Like, for instance, watch this. I'm going to go into a complete dark area, and I'm going to freak out because I hate dark areas. Going downstairs. Right here. This scares the living shit out of me, seriously. Actually, I have to check to see if there's anything hiding in here. Like, if I close this door, there's probably a bunch of spiders in here, which is going to scare the shit out of me even more. Right now, I'm scared shitless. And I better get out of here. I'm gonna act like I never even went in there. That scared the shit out. I'm sorry for using foul language, but dark areas scare me very badly, so. That didn't happen. Actually, that was supposed to happen, you know. I'm skilled like that. Alright, another fear that I have. I'm afraid of Chucky. Okay, how would you like it if some little doll that you thought was so precious, like went up to you and he was like, I'm going to kill you? That would scare the living crap out of me. Having that little doll, it's like you're sleeping, right? You're like, and then you see the small things going like, stab, 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 stab. That would scare the living crap out of me. I would like, be like, adios! Yeah. Another fear that I have. I'm afraid of water. No, I'm not afraid to drink it. Swimming, on the other hand, you know how ridiculous I look like when I'm swimming? This is what I look like when I'm swimming. I'm like, and then I start doggy paddling because that's the only thing I really know how to do is doggy paddle. I'm like, and that's my dog's job. That's my dog's job. As you do see, my dog's just chilling out there. Yeah, Jake, you chilling? Are you chilling there, Jake? He plays dead pretty well. And that's sadly, like, that's sadly how he seriously sleeps. Like, randomly you'll find him, you know, just like, My dad made a joke the other day, and he's like, oh, look at your dog playing dead. And I'm like, yep. And he's like, don't you wish that was real? And I'm like, Dad, that's me. Like, my dad said that. My dad doesn't like my dog that much, so he chews up everything and gets into everything known to man. So that's why he doesn't really like my dog. It's my dog because my parents bought it for me, so I'm the mommy of the dog. Isn't that right, Jake? Oh, look at him just staring at me so nicely. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. It's precious. Oh. Alright. Another fear that I have. Another kind of phobia. I'm afraid of spiders. Over here, you'll see a little mark on my wall. Last night when I was on the phone with one of my friends, I killed spiders, and I freaked out because I moved the tissue box so that I saw it and I was like screaming at the top of my lungs, and he was like, what is going on, blah, 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 and freaking, I ran over, grabbed the tissue box, I'm like, bam, 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 bam. And I moved it, and it still didn't die, and so I freaked out even more, and he's like, ha ha, you scared my friend, ha. And if you want to know who that person is, it's Osborne, yeah, bro. He's one of my friends. So if you want to hear, I'll give you his link to his channel. Pretty chill. Kind of stupid at the same time. Love you. I meant that in the most kindest possible way, Jake. Love you. Okay, another thing I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of dolls. You know those porcelain dolls like old ladies have? They freak me out. Like, alright, so, you know, I went to my grandma's house there, last summer, right? You go into her house, right? There's like 80 freaking million porcelain dolls in the guest room that I have to sleep in. And I was like, no fucking way am I sleeping in that. And she's like, oh yes you are. And I'm like, haha, no way. Yeah, I had to sleep in there, and I kept staring, like, every time I looked to my side, because, like, she would put the dolls on this old chair, right? Because my grandma's house was, like, built in the 30s. It's, like, in